the other stuff. I know it's very boring. I know my style of teaching is kind of perfectionistic, but you need a small donut. Like this is something like medium range. You need punishment. If there is no punishment, something to punish you, remember that. Don't step here, you'll spin out. Don't step on the curb, you'll spin out. Don't step on the grass, you'll spin out. You need the punishment factor to learn. So because if
Okay.
the best way to learn, I'm a guy with like disgusting fucking ego. I try. Like I send him the refund for the money so he can understand that he can't control me with money. This is why, to a certain point, I got pissed when you send me money in Christmas because I don't mind having, clash of characters. Sometimes we'll have a debate, sometimes we'll have problems. Just don't try. It looked like you're trying to buy me off on Christmas. Um, you know, I understand you're a cool
I'm
person. You
I'm
like
I'm
me.
I'm
You
so
like.
sorry. I shouldn't have given you $150 as a gift. I was giving it 100 to you and 100 to Chrissy as like uh some kind of gratitude. So maybe I
I
shouldn't have done
understand,
that.
but I understand, but at the certain situation, it looked like something else. But the main reason I told everybody, money is not a factor for me. If a guy is a piece of shit, obviously I'll ban him. And if you get into a state where it's uncoachable, or I believe you need to keep yourself open minded, I'll let you off. I'm not gonna ban. I only ban people that are shit. So
Right.
if you're the shittiest human being, at least, or at least that's what you showed me, then you get banned. I'll never ban
Right.
you, Scott. I
Okay.
only want to let you off for the purpose of the reason that I believe you getting into an uncoachable state. I want you to stay humble and I want to see this. And then if I see this, I can send you a message. You know what, Scott? Like, come again, let's see how it goes, and then
Okay.
we'll see.
Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'll never ban
Um,
you.
okay. Well,
As
don't
much
don't
as
say
fights we
never.
had,
Don't say never. You never
I
know
don't think,
if I say something I don't even know is an insult, you may get upset. So anything
no,
can happen.
I believe this is very like I don't take it. So what you said in Drift Talk, to finish with this, I didn't take it personally. It's just I'm getting upset because I know you can do it, and it's almost like you're withholding from yourself. You want to experiment so much with all these new tools, and like it's like you have so much to explore, and you want to jump into the water and like explore all what's in the deep,
Uh-huh.
but at the same time, you know what, if I do this, this might happen, and I know what will happen and can happen, and this is why I wanted to keep you away from all these tools, because
Okay.
I don't want you to get dependent. I don't want you to jump too early on the break. I wanted you to
Okay.
absolutely master weight transfer. You So this whole shit, like this. Just look how I tell him, hey brother, I saw that you subscribe. I got rid of the X Supreme, and then I was like, oh well, I'm confused. So I'm not gonna get what I already booked. My Friday and Saturday sessions already booked a region. Like I didn't even know what was this. Like they're pretty much suspended. So I told him my whole Patreon pricing needs to be worked. X Supreme's deleted, and I'm trying to be polite. I am overbooked. And he's like,
Yeah.
he keeps pushing. And keep in
Right.
mind, in the message of the booking, because he used the booking to book sessions, he said, hey, I saw in the coaching updates that you listed some people were banned and so on. I'm not, you won't have to deal with me. I'm not this type of an asshole and stuff. And I'm like, when somebody tries to prove themselves, is usually an asshole. And then when I told him that I can't take him, then is this pushy behavior that came in. Like this guy really pissed me off. This is what is really to piss me off. I told him, like, you know what, bro, full refund, like bam. Like I tell
That
you, just wait a bit.
two
Maybe
days
in
ago.
February I can take you. It's like, why you keep pushing? Like, and this is the scenarios. Like when I told you back, what was it, May, June? Like, hey Scott, I want to get some beach time and stuff. Like you didn't even fucking know me,
July.
but
That was
yet,
July.
yeah, July, whatever was it like? But I was going to the beach. You just subscribed. You didn't even know me. Like, hey, don't worry, Loyal now kind of fit in the schedule and stuff. I was trying to move and I was trying to wiggle. And back in the day, it was like completely overbooked. This is why I burned out. Like every day was like 3 sessions. I was trying,
Right.
and I was trying to move you and other people. Like Drew was nonstop was moved. You were moved like nonstop. I was trying to just free myself for the beach, and I'm like, you know what? I need some, time. This guy didn't understand this. You understood it. Some other people understood it. This guy from the get go was like toxic as fuck, and I'm like, you know what? Every time somebody came in my life telling me he's not something, he was. Like if you're not an abuser, you try to prove to somebody immediately that you're not an abuser because deep down yourself you know you're a piece of shit. And he earned himself the ban. Like it is what it is. But anyways, not. But yes, this is Fabi. The only time somebody can piss me off so much is if I spend 1 fucking year into training you from the ground up and you go to VDC competitions and you're that fucking smooth and then you come and tell me, okay, you want to leave. Sure, fine. You didn't tell me. Sure, fine. It's bullshit. But to claim and argue with me that I barely helped you and I only helped you in the beginning of drifting when I was calling and wasting the time of even my friend drivers to come and drive with you comp cars and so on, other good drivers that I know. So when I'm not there, I make sure you have practice people, and then that help you. And then I waste my time to go and drive. It's the biggest disrespect I've ever heard for the time I spent helping somebody, and even for free,
Right.
because I never helped
Right.
anybody else for free. I gave trial sessions, one session. Hey, I'll give you like one session, and then if you like it, you could keep coming because it's
Oh.
too much time. Endurance also comes with time. You could drive for a
Right.
longer period of time and stuff. So he could just last for hours to drive and stuff. Now
Right.
and so on. And we did spam a lot of VDCs. Or if I'm not here, that's why I looked for friends to go and drive with him so he can,
Right.
stay in shape. If I'm busy, to stay in shape and so on. But that was the only person that had the determination.
I
I
see. Yeah.
understand a lot of. I'll tell you this, Scott. A lot of people quit because I have this very tough way of learning. It's almost like the military, and then from the military you go to the SEAL team and stuff, and they pass you
Right.
through some disgusting crap, bro. Like you gotta
Right.
go to the cold water and shit. Not everybody loves this. I mean, I like cold, but it's waking up. Who the hell likes every no for a few days fine, but if they pass you for months, like in these, as far as I heard, with these trainings, every day to sleep 2-3 hours, and you need to be go ready, and like go wake up and like you gotta be rushing and stuff, prepare almost like prepare always for the fight. That's what they try to train you. Like this is almost like this, like you train like crazy and stuff. When you see, the reward is high, but it's big resilience that you need to, and it's very, very heavy. Like nobody enjoys it.
I
No,
see.
neither you enjoyed the donut, you started to hate it, but you saw the reward, but you hate that goddamn place. You want to get away from it. Same with
Okay,
Drew, same with anybody else. But look
I
how
see.
good you guys got to be.
Now,
Like in no time.
has anyone done 50 51 sessions with you like I have?
I don't think so.
I was just curious. Now let me ask, just out of curiosity, um, does that mean like so Fabi didn't stick around? Like, it, are you do you eh, like do you want people to um like be sustained in drifting, or do you know what I mean? It's almost like if they stop coaching, then what happens to them? Like, does that just mean you don't? You know what I mean? Like what? Like I don't know if you're trying to like build the project at Motorsport Discord and community up, but if you have people that are coaching and then they, let's say, you, I don't know if you're running them off or if they just don't have the tolerance. But if they don't stick around, are you wanting the community to get bigger, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What
of
is your
course.
take? What is your take on that? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going anywhere, so don't worry about me. I'm just sort of curious what
It's
your
of course
like
of course
what's your
it's their
philosophy?
choice. So
Right.
of course it's their choice. And by the way, uh, kind of because like my take on this is that obviously that's everybody has a different sort of coaching. I can teach you I mean, if you want the magic pill like everybody does, that's why I did
No,
the
no.
how to drift
Obviously,
number
I
one
don't
video.
I don't want a magic pill because I've stuck with you for 51 sessions.
Yeah.
It's you know I'm not looking for a magic pill. I was just sort of
I
curious.
I think people don't realize what I really mean by serious, like serious, like dead fucking serious. Like your life is absolute mess, and your only option is go to the military, and no matter what's there, you gotta push through. Like there's so many life stories that I heard there, in videos and stuff. So that pretty much this dead serious. I mean, a lot of people came in, a lot of people I had to send back in not a good way, and this is why I start to hate coaching because like it's. I understand my way of teaching is this way, but I wanted to teach the absolute best people. Like you really committed to become like, do you really want and have what it takes to like get to be one of the best or whatever? Because I have the knowledge, I might not have the time to drive anymore and like try to be. There's nothing wrong in trying to be the best because you push yourself and give yourself the best. But like, do you have what it takes? Like that's type of like training. I was trying to push people that are trying to have fun rather than they have fun trying to be the best and like working. But I believe this comes when you get good at the game and now you want to be that guy, like let's say call it like that. So
I mean,
it,
these are new students coming to you, is what I think, right?
yeah.
I was curious if you see the philosophy of your style of coaching is you want new students who who um who are only serious and want to be the absolute best and are willing to go through, let's say, SEAL Team sits training for months before they do anything else. That's what you're wanting, right?
Eh,
Just to make sure.
yeah, pretty much it's very hard. It's very I know this is not for everyone, especially for the today's generation that want only entertaining and they only want videos. They're not too keen to learning. They have very short attention span. I think the best you give them 2 months and they're like, oh, I'm done. And that's why I had to
Mm,
ban a lot of them. It's very sad that you actually lose members from the Discord when they come to me for coaching because they start to show bad signs. They start to act very erratic, bro. This is boring and shit. I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess I'm done. And then when you tell them that like the coaching is like done after these sessions, that I'm refusing because I tell them you're uncoachable, then for one reason or another, then they get mad and to the point where they start to make problems and they force myself to ban them.
I
But
see.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
it is what it is. You know, like if they want cheaty ass coaching with somebody that wants to teach you, hey, he's how to have fun and you'll never be smooth and you'll have always these overcorrections, plenty of people on Fiverr. You know, good luck.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
I'm me is me. I want to make sure that my philosophy is I want to teach you what I learned for 3 years in about a year. That was my best goal. This is what I tried to do. I managed to do it. I wanted to prove it to myself. I managed to get it with Fabi. I know I can, but it's not for everybody. So like that's pretty much why I will want to see if I can somehow, I guess, get it to some other extent. Whatever.
Um,
I don't know.
since you did a reference to
Oh,
the
is
military,
this you?
that's me. And as you will notice, I'm a decorated combat veteran with several rows of ribbons. So I'm not adverse at all to pain, torture, suffering. Um,
Yeah,
you
but not
know, I,
everybody is like you, especially. So
right, right,
that's the problem. That's why a lot of people quit. So
right. Well, I really appreciate your time today. I will see you next week. And next week, if you don't mind, make a note of it. Are you there? Okay.
yeah, this is great. Okay, let's see. Let's see, Scott. What bothers you? Let me remove this application. So let's see what's the deal. We're doing figure eight. Ooh, this is way smoother now. Great job, bro. Like this, such a huge difference from snappy, whippy to this nice and smooth.
No
Have you been?
way. Did Exotic just give a compliment?
Of course I will, bro.
That,
Look,
that
you've changed. This is like a complete 180. You used to like fishtail the car, turn it so much. Yeah, this is exactly kind of what you
what?
learn when you goof when you goof up, you learn to correct it. So like you saw the very good. Yes. Man, this is sick. The fact that you've got it like so quick, this is great. So that
Wow.
I don't even look at.
I was just trying to like use
Look,
your
we had.
words and
I'm direct and honest, Scott. We had our problems. I know you're sincere, and obviously, when you the thing is that when you saw that, okay, we have our difference in characters, but if there is a clash, I think you try to overcompensate a lot of times. This didn't let me to get rid of you, like for this reason, whatever. I'm just trying to free myself from a lot of people. Another thing that I see is that you're getting to a point where it gets uncoachable. At the moment, you're getting a bit of ego and stuff. So I want to let you go at the moment for a moment and see if you get better, you get worse, because it's getting in this stage as well. And on top of that, the main reason is that I'm really running out of time. And then when I see that, now we finally got you to a stage where you can drive alone and you only need feedback. I showed me that, okay, you started to drive well. I can make you drive very well, way better than me. But I need you for this purpose to be open minded. The only way from now on, if I am to make you just listen and trust me, will be if I have to show you this. And I know that just by saying it, you will not understand. You're stubborn, I'm stubborn, and
no, I'm not.
obviously
I'm not
with
stubborn.
age.
I didn't make the money I've made being stubborn. I've made it by adapting. So I'm very adaptable. I'm listening. I'm listening.
So I've took a decision. I want to let you have fun, enjoy it, give it a few months. I want to see how it's gonna go, and then we could hit it again.
Okay.
So I
So
will still I still want you to keep posting your. I don't want you to get demotivated. I want to see how you look at things, and I want
yeah,
to see
well,
how it's gonna go.
obviously, I shouldn't post in Drift Talk because I was only asking a question about throttle, and it felt like you were very, very, very critical when I used the handbrake, like almost like the world is ending, and I used it. I agree. I used it inappropriately at one point. Um,
It's
and
not but the
so
corner itself, it's a small corner, bro.
it
Like
wasn't.
it's
It's a small. Okay.
I
Um,
mean, by this I did
I,
explain
I
well.
think had I not said anything or posted, I think you would have had maybe a better impression of me. But when I just ask about throttle and you start slamming me on handbrake, I was just saying like I'm just experimenting. Like relax a little bit. I'm asking about throttle. You haven't taught me handbrake. You haven't taught me that car. You haven't taught me that course. So I was just asking. I just felt like I said for having fun and taking my mind off training. I'm trying this car. I'm wondering about the throttle. Do you got to keep it at full throttle or not? And then I felt like you were very quick to be like, the handbrake, you're going to develop all these bad habits. Don't even use the handbrake on this course at all. Why are you using it? And I was like,
Be-
oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just experimenting. So I guess that made me look like I have an ego. And I'm really, like I said, I'm sorry. I tried to even say, I didn't know it'd offend you so much that I would even say, "Hey, I'm just trying to have fun." But I won't post those kind of. I didn't mean to post a video of me doing something you haven't taught me. I know it can be very offensive, so I did not mean to do that.
n-
Okay, so if I understand you right, just so I can grasp it, I've gotten to a certain point where um, perhaps my ego is getting in the way of my progress, and I should spend some time working on drifting, and maybe after some time has passed, I'll be more humble, and you will take on students again. Is that right?
yes, I can take you in later on, but I want to make sure that you keep this open mindset because if you,
Okay.
the best way to learn, I'm a guy with like disgusting fucking ego. I try to keep this always under control. What I mean by this, and this